Hey, what's up team? I am excited to expand on our last video, which was stop losses. I'm going to give you guys 4 different breakdowns of different types of stop losses, and then I'm going to show you guys real-time examples of how you can use them depending on your trading style or system that you're using. As I'm talking here, I'll pop up with different breakdowns and real-time examples so you guys can see that. So starting off, we're going to start off with the fixed percentage stop loss. This is when you set your risk as a percentage of your account size. Say your account size is $10,000 and you only want to risk 1% per trade. That's simply a $100 stop loss. The reason why this is important and very useful is a percentage is automatically going to adjust as your account size gets bigger. So say your account size grows $5,000 in profit over the course of a couple months. If you're still using that same principle, the 1% stop loss, it's automatically going to adjust for you and widen your stop loss as your account gets bigger. Jumping into the second type of stop loss, for someone that just wants something very simple, clear cut and concise, you can use a straight up fixed dollar amount stop loss. This could be as simple as a $200 stop and a $300 take profit per trade. Of course, that's very basic. You're going to want to adjust this based on whatever type of trading style or system or indicators, whatever you're using. You're going to back test that system and see how much it typically moves in one direction before it would hit a stop loss. Say you're placing trades and you see that 70% of the time your indicators or your system says to enter a trade, it's going to move $200 of profit before it retraces or before it ends up drawing back down and hitting a stop loss. So you're going to take that into consideration and say, okay, I'll at least scale out of some of my contracts or shares or whatever you're trading, take profit at that $200 before it comes all the way back down and hits your stop loss. So you can adjust that dollar amount based on your system. And then jumping into the third type of stop loss, this is just a simple hard stop. So a hard stop means you place that stop order directly in the market. Once your price is hit, you're out automatically. So really this expands on the fixed dollar amount. They can go side by side, but a hard stop, you are not touching that. You're not adjusting it. You're not moving it. You are just leaving it as such and then moving on to the next trade. Lastly, and number 4, probably one of the most powerful types of stop losses is going to be a trailing stop. So a trailing stop moves with the trade as it goes in your favor. And I'll show you guys visuals as I'm talking this over. This one I'm going to spend a little bit more time on and show you guys using my actual system on how I use a trailing stop for some of my trades. You can have a trailing stop set up where it's a dollar amount move or tick move or percentage move going in your favor that it will trail after it hits a certain dollar amount. So for example, say you have a $100 trailing stop and the trade moves up $200, your stop will automatically move up $200 behind it. This is very important because it's going to lock in profit as it moves in your direction. And this takes a lot of stress off of placing the perfect take profit. If you have a trailing stop and it moves in your favor and continues moving, your one trade of profit could be bigger than 15 correct trades of having a hard take profit because you caught that huge move with just a simple trailing stop. So again, I'm going to show you an example of trailing stop. The other 3, I'm just going to do quick pop-ups as I'm talking, which you guys have already seen. But right now, looking at my screen right here, simply put, a trailing stop could be automated where you have it set where every single time it moves a certain amount of ticks or points in your direction, it's going to trail with it, or you can manually trade. So in this example with my system here with an ATR that I have custom coded, if I just trailed manually with my ATR, I would have entered in the trade right here. And even with some drawdown, if it doesn't break and hit whatever my trailing would be at, it's typically a couple points depending if I'm trading NQ or ES or options. It's going to be a different stop loss depending on what type of instrument I'm trading. But in this case right here, I would have it maybe 5 points below trading MNQ or NQ. And then I could trail this manually as it goes in my direction. And then as soon as it breaks, I could have it set where it's automatically going to take profit at that point. It takes a lot of the stress of having a perfect take profit, where if I'm just doing a set point system, say I would have had my take profit at 10 points. Well, it would have hit right here. But in this case, if you would have had a trailing stop even set with this, even at a tighter stop, you could see that it could go all the way down and then close right about here. So instead of only going 10 points, I could have had 18 points in this example in my direction. So again, just a very quick visual on how you can use this. You can also, if you look at my right-hand screen, this is designed for swing trades or longer term trades. You can see if you have a trailing stop on this, you can catch much more of the move. So just for example purposes here, you can see that this type of move all the way up right here was 365 points. So this small, shorter term intraday type of example was 18 points. points, and then you're looking at 365 points. It's not always going to be this smooth. When you have this type of range of the market, you can capture much bigger moves compared to if we were in a consolidated market where you're aiming for a much smaller point move. Hopefully that helps break some of that down, guys. Remember, just a quick recap, there's 4 different types. You have your fixed percentage stop, you have your fixed dollar stop, you have just your straight up hard stops, and then you have your trailing stops. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment in the video or reach out to me on any social media, and I'll get back to your messages as soon as I can. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.